We're in Silmar. That's my boss, Jim, with a really big looking, kind of scary gun.
You better do what I say.
Yeah. That's not how you want to get fired.
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about getting a gun, but I haven't really decided either way, so I wanted to get a feel for it first, and I found out that Jim owns a lot of guns, so we thought, why not, and come out and shoot here.
I don't need a gun. I'm scared to shoot guns. I've never really shot a gun other than a shotgun. So this should be interesting.
What is it that you're afraid of?
It's not that I'm afraid, I guess. It's just that I don't see myself in a situation where I'm going to need a gun ever. And I feel like if I do get into a situation where somebody's going to shoot me, then fucking shoot me. That's sort of how I feel. It's kind of like if I'm going to get in a plane crash, I'm going to die in a plane crash. If I'm going to die because somebody's going to shoot me, it's just going to happen.
Why do you
But a plane crash, you can't prevent it. But if someone's going to shoot you, you could prevent it if you had something.
I suppose you could. I just don't think I need to. We'll see. Maybe after I do this, I'll change my mind.
My dad bought this for us when I was 8. My brother was 6. This was the first semi-automatic.
So you've had that gun since you were 8 years old?
Yeah. Just a couple things about just safety. If you notice, I have at no point, at no time, are any of these facing us.
Right.
I've confirmed the slides are open. They're not loaded. There's no bullets in any of the clips.
Yeah, I'm very aware of that.
But at no time are you to ever point a firearm, even if you think you know it's loaded.
Right.
If you're cleaning it, if you're taking it apart, at no time should that barrel be pointed at anything you don't intend to shoot.
Right. Where exactly do you feel the most unsafe, I guess I'm wondering?
Ironically, it's when I'm at home,
At home?
lying in bed. Maybe it's because I live in a really big house where it's more of a property instead of a house because it used to be a facility.
Uh-huh.
So we have all these open gates and like literally at least 5 doors into the house, and almost always one of them is unlocked.
Right.
So when I'm alone at home, or even if there's people home and it's dark, I get kind of paranoid.
I get that. It can be scary to be home alone. I guess I've just never really, wow, it's so cool. Look at how it looks when you see all the bullets out here. With the sun reflecting off it. I guess, you know, of course, everybody gets scared, but to me, for whatever reason, it's never what would make me feel safer is not really a gun. It's just sort of like knowing what the options are and knowing what the scenarios might be. Yeah.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it's never occurred to me that like that is something that would make me feel safer. That's because also I'm a liberal Jew that lives in Los Angeles.
I knew it.
In case you didn't notice.
Recently, the gun control debate in the United States has been raging. On one side, you have people saying we need guns in order to protect ourselves from violent criminals. On the other side, you have people saying we need to take away guns to protect ourselves from violent criminals. What most people don't tell you is that violent crime in the United States has been trending downwards at a great rate recently. Father Greg Boyle has probably seen more violent crime than most people in their entire lifetime. He's a Catholic priest who founded Homeboy Industries, a gang intervention program.
What got us thinking about it is violence has obviously been going down, right, all across the country. And there's this debate about getting guns out of the hands of people, but it's gone down even before, the violence has gone down even before this debate has come up again about gun control. You're in the middle of it all. Why do you think that the violence has gone down in recent years across the country?
Violence is a language, it's not a problem. It's telling you something. So if you're close to that, if you know people, gang members, that's abundantly clear pretty quickly. So I was just a pastor in a parish that had 8 gangs at war with each other, and I was burying kids a lot. Because it's about something else. It's about the lethal absence of hope. It's about people being unable to imagine a future for themselves. Ask any gang member, why in the world would you have a gun? And they will only say one word, and that is protection. And I will say, name a single time a firearm has ever protected or saved a life. And of course, they can't name a single time that's happened. And I said, we don't have enough time to talk about how many times a gun has ruined a life or ended a life. Yeah. And yet it's hard to argue with.
How many funerals have you had to preside over?
Related to violence and gang related,
Yeah.
193.
193.
Yeah, since 1988.
And these are all deaths by guns?
I think there were 2 stabbings in there and a couple guys who were beaten to death. But in the early days, the caliber of weapons were not like they are now. Now, if you get shot, it's pretty lethal.
We're going to start with the older one. This is the Smith & Wesson 422. The slide release is where your thumb is there. So get a feel for it. Make sure it's clicked all the way up. Yeah. Awesome. Dirty Harry over here. That was great. Woo!
Oh.
You're a natural.
You know, you hit the bullseye. Might have a career in law enforcement, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty fun.
Have you done this before?
Me? No. Does it look like
You
it?
were pretty good.
I got a stable hand.
Yeah, you were definitely comfortable. Like one arm is your main and this is just in support. You can bring your hand around the front just a little bit. There you go. And it's just relax, line up the sights through one eye, and you don't pull the trigger, you just squeeze it. So when you're ready, it's just a squeeze. Nice. How's it feel?
Feels really good.
Cool.
I need to figure out how to align it though and like where I'm shooting. It's kind of weirdly like an arcade gun, you know?
I know when I got 10.
Like those toy guns.
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right, we'll put another few through.
Not
this
as like strong as I thought it would be. You could barely feel it.
Feels kind of warm and nice. What is the song? Happiness is a warm gun. My level of respect for the actual craft is going up as I do this. But I don't feel like I want to go buy a gun.
I agree.
Yes.
It's kind of
Does it make you any less likely to want to have a gun now?
kind of in the same way I have a lot more respect for it in the sense that it's scary how easy it is to shoot.
That's what I'm saying.
It's so
Do you think
light.
it's going to protect you?
I think it's going to protect me, but also I can easily see how things can get mishandled and situations go the wrong way because it feels like a toy. It's so light.
This is a many order of magnitude more powerful than the 22s.
Is it a tactical weapon?
Yeah, this one will buck in your hand.
Look at the difference in size between these things. So this is what we were shooting. It looked like BBs compared to these. That's pretty crazy.
This one you want to just get up on a little more. It's not crazy, but it's just a bigger in your hand. There you go. Ooh.
Wow.
That is loud.
Oh yeah. Was I shooting low or where
You were
was I?
starting to.
Oh, I could see below the target.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, you're natural. You're really good.
That's cool, man.
All right, Yunch, how you doing?
Oh my god. It's like riding a horse.
It's like riding a horse.
And
that
it's
kicks
like
you.
boom.
Yeah, there you go. You just same idea. Use the sights.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to compensate.
Okay.
Little butt shake helps.
Is this like getting addictive or anything?
Kind of.
This is a little bit. I mean, this one I want to shoot again. Once the power goes up, it's like getting behind the wheel of a more powerful car.
Yeah. And after this, I don't think I can play video games again with the same enthusiasm.
You're like,
Honestly, the truth of the matter is, the adrenaline is flowing. So it's like it's like I don't want to talk. I want to go. You know, it's like, but you have to counter that, right? Like, that's why people come out. I mean, that's why these things are dangerous.
your shoulder. So now you have to
It
real
won't
deliberate.
bug.
Pop, pop. Finger away from the trigger.
All right.
Pop, pop. There you go.
Should have worked out before I did this. I like this a lot better than the smaller ones because it's like you can actually feel that it's a gun and you can feel that it's a lethal weapon because it actually hurts you as you shoot it. Whereas those, it's like a freaking water gun. Like,
Have you ever had a desire to go to like a shooting range and, shoot a gun, see what it's like?
No, I've been in a lot of shootouts, so I have enough of my own PTSD.
Yeah.
Sun's going down. Feels pretty good. Dude. I mean, that is real gunfire back there. We're not even getting close to that. This has actually got me back on the trending down where like the handguns are fun, This is some power, man. It's like, you just feel it, and then you hear that, and you're like,
Turn it around. Remember the
that's more than any human needs.
pop, pop.
So would you buy one?
I wouldn't buy one, but I might call Jim and go hang out with him.
Would you buy one after this?
I would consider my options more, but I'm leaning more towards no.
It's funny
Yeah.
because I didn't want to come out here, or at least I was down to come out and see how it all works. Yunj was into it. She wants to buy a gun for her safety. I ended up shooting way more rounds than Yunj did. I don't know. I mean, did you like it?
I liked it, but I was also taken aback by how light and easy it is, and just the fact that literally anyone, even a kid, could use it.
Yeah, that's the bad thing.
Yeah, or your wife or boyfriend or husband or whatever.
But you see its appeal.
I see the appeal for sure. I see the appeal for sure. And it's pretty fucking badass. Also.